Life Church, and I think in the circle of staff and team and relationships, we are go-getters, like unapologetic racehorses. And I am all about, you know what, go get it. And although I never feel like I want to do it without God, because that scares me no matter how much of a go-getter I am. But so we can be unapologetic go-getters, just take the world, the city by storm. Totally believe in that. But how do you manage to do that but still live the life and the principle of this is a marathon, not a sprint? Life, spirituality, changing a city, changing a culture, changing a legacy, a family legacy of how things have always been done. How do you do that and not lose I'm a go-getter, but I'm going to do this for the next 30 years, not like I want all of this by the end of this year?
Yeah. I've learned the hard way, that's for sure. I've learned that I can do things of my own ability and might because God has given me some just natural abilities, and I know my nature. And I think understanding ourselves and how we're wired helps us then to take the proper actions to help ourselves on this journey. And so I've definitely learned the hard way, where I run after things and exhausted myself and realized that I had run ahead of God. So it wasn't that God hadn't given me kind of this task in life, like this is your calling, this is what you need to do, but I could get ahead of him. I could run so hard, like, oh, I got this, and go and wear myself out, and then see others around me who I really care about paying the price of that lack in me. And then putting myself in a position where now I had to do extensive recovery because I had gone too far out of my own ability, and then how long it would take for me. So it's kind of like when you go on a vacation, right? And if you're so overworked and you haven't gone on vacation for a while, it's like the third or fourth or almost the last day of your vacation before you're like, oh, I finally relaxed and now we have to go. And I started to realize that when I would take a break, and I would call this my Sabbath, and it was just this misconstrued idea of what Sabbath was, it was taking longer and longer until I just couldn't do it of myself anymore. And so I heard this once, that we should work from our rest and not rest from our work.
So good.
And the thing about rest is when we talk about abiding, there's multiple words for the word abiding in Scripture. It's to linger, it's to lean on, right? God never intended for us to do it on our own. And so when we rest first before our work, we get to set our perspective right. We get to set our priorities right. We get to draw on Him and get instruction from Him, which is always kind and graceful and loving, and is going to build us up and not tear us down. And so a good indicator of when you're working of your own strength and chasing after someone is that what are you leaving in the aftermath? Is that causing you to be drained? Is that causing you to lose out? Is that causing some things to rise up in you that you're like, oh, like that wasn't too pretty, that wasn't too nice? And then in your family members and the people you love around you, ask them. You ask your son or daughter, what do you think about that? And they're very honest. Thank goodness for that, because sometimes I need that honesty to check me. And so I just think if I can stay close to the well, if I can draw on God, if I can ask Him, all right, I know that you gave me this sight, this view of the mountaintop, and I'm in this valley right now, and I know nothing has changed, but I need to stay close to you. I need to stay close to the rabbi. Right? There's a saying that when a Jewish rabbi would invite another in to be his protege, that the word they used for that was that I would walk in the dust of the rabbi, that his dust would be on my face. I know that if God's dust isn't on my face is going to be in the dust, because I will have worn myself out.
Thank you so much for watching our video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for new videos every week.